What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rants and Headaches. Thank you so much for watching. It has been a while. My health has not been very good. I'm not going to be giving any updates right now. I may put some YouTube shorts out, giving you guys some explanation of what's been going on with me, but overall it has not been good, but I am doing okay for now. Now on to the next thing. This video does have a trigger warning, so I am not a big fan of trigger warnings. It's not that it doesn't matter how anybody feels or how something might affect somebody. I just feel like they're widely overused, but this video is gonna be kind of disgusting. So if you can't handle talking about gross body stuff, this might not be the one for you. Once I had this idea, I kind of thought of skipping it just because of the subject matter, but I just feel like it needs to be talked about. So the first thing that I want to say is that social media trends are not always inherently bad. One of my favorite examples personally is Pokemon Go. That was amazing. The game itself, I think, is a really incredible concept, but it brought so many people together. It really took people who were feeling alone and gave them a sense of community, and that was something really amazing. And I don't just mean a sense of community online. It had people getting out who don't normally get out and who were actually meeting other people and engaging with other people. That's a great thing. The Ice Bucket Challenge was another great example. A lot of challenges, once they become popular and become trendy, they kind of take on a life of their own. The whole purpose was to raise awareness for a charity, and it definitely did that. Ice Bucket videos were everywhere when that trend was going on. And then, of course, you have trends that are not so good. The crate challenge, where people were stacking crates really high and trying to climb them and maintain their balance. What made the trend interesting for people to watch was that most people were going to fall and clearly fail at this challenge. And I'm not saying it's always bad to have a laugh when somebody falls down, but at the same time, we saw people getting actually hurt. And I don't think any trend that encourages people to do something where they might get hurt is a good thing. You had the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, where people were, I don't know what they were doing exactly. They were putting a bottle around their lips to try to make their lips pucker up, but a lot of them were having bad reactions to it or keeping it on their mouth too long. Couldn't get the swelling to go down, all kinds of things. And then one of the worst challenges that I've seen on social media recently with the blackout challenge, we actually saw several kids die trying to do this challenge. So anything that's a social media trend or challenge, I think it's always good to just be wary of what it is you're actually being expected to do to meet this challenge or participate in this trend. I can definitely understand wanting to feel like you're part of a community or wanting to feel like you have to do all the things, but it's okay to skip a trend once in a while. It's okay to take a step back and go, okay, is this something that's actually good for me to do? Just because you see everyone doing it and everyone else says it's fun doesn't mean you have to just jump on board. Now, the trend I'm going to talk about today, the disgusting trend, already seems to be dying out. So I only saw a few videos of this. They had crazy views, but it was mostly from the backlash it was getting. So the good news about this trend is that I don't see a lot of people buying it. I don't see a lot of people going, oh, I want to try this too. And that trend is vabbing. So you know how some women are super lonely and feel like they can't catch a man? And sometimes when women feel that way, they will do things that are absolutely desperate. And sometimes when they're doing something desperate, they will go to extreme lengths. It's in that kind of category. So vabbing is taking your vaginal secretions and dabbing them behind your ear or on your wrist, just like it was a body spray or perfume or something of that nature. The crazy part is the few women who have made videos about trying vabbing have said that it's extremely effective. I don't even know what to make of that. I get that pheromones are a thing, but it just makes me wonder what's going through the guy's mind. You know, if he walks by and gets a whiff, oh, that smells like the last I put my face in. What is going on with y'all? That something like this can draw you in. I don't know. It just, I mean, I guess it can have kind of a sweet smell to it sometimes. I don't know. Why am I even trying trying to figure this out. I don't know why people are doing this. I don't know why it's working for the people who are doing this. I wish I never knew about this. It's so stupid. And you know what? I get it, okay? I get being lonely. There is someone who was very important in my life who I wanted more with that didn't want more with me. And you know what? That hurt. And I got to admit, I felt relatively desperate, but I can say with pride that I would not vab in a desperate attempt to get me a man. There's certain lines that shouldn't be crossed, because it's easy to sit back and just laugh at this and go, oh, this is ridiculous, and just laugh at the people participating in this. But at the same time, stuff like this to me is more a matter of public health. It is purely disgusting to put your vaginal secretions on your body and go out in public. That's nasty. That is nasty. I mean, when I first saw a woman use the term vabbing and I went and looked up what it was, when all the comments told me not to look it up, I did it anyways because that's just how I do things. My first thought was, of course, that it was ridiculous and I'm kind of making fun of it. How can you be that desperate? I'm sorry, but come on, y'all. Have some self-respect, okay? If you get that desperate, honestly, just accept the fact that you're single, okay? I'm sorry. I know that sounds harsh, but seriously. But the second thing that came to my mind was just imagining someone doing this and putting their vag slime, like, on their wrist. Next thing you know, I'm out in public next to them and our arms just accidentally, like, touch or something. It honestly, and maybe it's just, I don't know, leave a comment. I really am torn on this one. Like, do you guys think I'm overreacting to this? So I just feel like it's really unfair to other people to expose them to that. The same way we have health standards for other things that come out of our body. It kind of makes me think of how companies now have to say on their, to-go cups of coffee, contents may be hot because of lawsuits. Whereas before, most companies were kind of just like, well, we never really thought we were going to have to put that warning on there. We kind of thought people would know. Do companies have to start putting signs up that say, please keep your vaginal secretions to yourself when you are in public? What is happening? It honestly makes me think of anti-maskers who would intentionally cough on other people. If you want to make whatever argument about where masks should be used and where it's appropriate and debate the science behind it, that's one thing. I can have that conversation. But for people who would go and intentionally cough on other people and do shit like that, there's no gray area. You're a fucking asshole. You are intentionally trying to expose people to what's inside your mouth by spitting on them. That is disgusting. And that's really a public health issue regardless of whether or not there are any pandemics currently in effect. That's just nasty. There comes a point when you are too self-obsessed. There comes a point when you are too self-absorbed. You want what you want, and to an extent, I can't blame you for trying to go out there and get it, but there are limits. There are lines that should not be crossed. And putting vaginal secretions on your body and going out into public, that's something we should not be doing. That is something we should not be participating in. And the craziest thing? While I was sitting there and I was kind of making some mental notes and thinking about whether or not I even wanted to do this whole stupid video, which, by the way, I apologize for, I saw an article about women getting surgeries so they could have a designer vagina. I'm done. I am done with y'all. Why can't you just love and respect the vagina you have and leave it at that? Please. Stop trying to bring everyone else into your dramas and your troubles, and stop trying to expose all of us to things that are coming out of your body that we did not consent to being exposed to. So honestly, the main reason was I just really needed to rant about this particular subject. It's insane to me that people would think that this is okay. It's like the time when people were going around licking ice cream and then putting it back. What the hell is wrong with people? What the hell is wrong with people? Seriously. I just think that this is really disgusting, but it does show a general disrespect, in my opinion, for public health. Not to mention, just in terms of the thought process, this is just a really immature, foolish thing to do. I just don't understand why people are the way that people are. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, half this video, even a quarter of this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Honestly, I don't blame you if you hated this entire video, but thanks for watching.